I probably spent about 10 years out of 25 with my wife. When Valentine, I was by myself because, you know, traveling, work. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Prepare yourself a nice dinner, a nice glass of wine, watch a nice movie, and think about all those people out there that they are in love and they have to share the bed. Wow, you got a bed by yourself.
But Gino...
You have to share the shower. You can have a shower by yourself.
I thought somebody at least leave a card in my dressing room. Nothing. Not one card.
I did.
Did you?
I did, yeah. Yeah, when you go back, you're going to see my card there. Be naughty, but it's very Valentine's. OK, so what are we going to prepare? Lots of options you can have on Valentine's, right? But I was thinking, I want to prepare something fast, something light, not too complicated. So I'm going to go for a nice piece of cod. You can do this one. By the way, this recipe, if you want to do chicken or any other fish, absolutely fine. The marinade works the same. So the glaze is very simple. We go balsamic vinegar goes in there.
Crack on. Don't
you guys eat.
You're our guest.
Actually,
I
did the chicken for you.
Lovely, I don't
Yes, I did chicken for you. So I got the balsamic glaze. I got a little bit of honey. Then we're going to put a touch of oil. So far, look, it's very simple. Everything goes in one bowl, OK? Crushed garlic goes in there. A little touch of smoked paprika and fresh parsley. Now, Dermot, you need to do me a favour there.
Yeah, what do you need, Baba?
I'm going to serve this one with a nice drink that obviously don't have with the fish, but you can have after your meal. And this is a chocolate martini.
So the aperitif or digestive?
It will be after. It will be after. Nice chocolate martini. What I've done here, single cream and spread, you know, the spready chocolate. Yeah, the one that everybody knows, but we cannot mention on television.
Yeah.
Right?
It might have a hazelnut in it.
It might have a hazelnut. You could do it with white chocolate or cioccolato fondente, the bitter one. You can do the same. So you melt the chocolate into the single cream. This one goes in the, once it's cooled down, goes in the shaker. Ice, vodka and control. Orange liqueur, because we can't say the brand. Yeah, and equal quantity. Just put everything in there, shake it straight into the martini glass.
Do you know all of this?
All of it,
yeah,
yes. Okay. Now, for the glaze, can you see how simple it is? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, very, very simple. Now, once you've done that, the only thing that you have to do, beautiful pieces of cod here. As I said, you can use haddock, you can do it with prawns, you can do it with sea bass, you can do it with whatever you want. Now, the marinade goes on top of the cod. Shows how is the flavour?
Beautiful.
It's nice,
absolutely
isn't it?
beautiful.
I just tried a little bit.
Have you? What you should get there? You should get the sweetness of the honey.
Yeah, a little bit of sweetness.
But then you go with the spiciness of the hot paprika.
Gino,
and the
with fish, how long does it need to marinate for?
I marinate this fish cod because it's a quite thick one. I'll do that for a good half an hour.
That's all, though.
Yeah,
so it's not like meat. You don't need to leave it overnight like meat.
Oh, no. I mean, you could, but the problem is, you know what's going to happen? If you marinate fish, especially with balsamic vinegar, especially with things like cod, the longer you marinate, you're going to lose the bright colour in the middle of the fish. What you want to achieve here is that outside is all nice and glazed, but when you open, it's all nice and flaky. Now, remember when we cook fish, OK? 30 seconds or even a minute when you cook fish is like a lifetime. So be very careful. What you want to do, you want to preheat your oven grill. Once you marinate it after a half an hour, you can marinate it outside of the fridge. You don't have to put it in the fridge. Once you marinate it, under the grill for 10 minutes. Better to have undercooked than overcooked when we're talking about fish.
Is it like meat? Should you bring fish out of the fridge and rest it for a while before you cook it, or does it not matter?
Look, Dermot, it's one of those rules that whatever you cook, it should never be cooked when it's cold. So whenever you do meat or fish, even vegetables, bring them down at room temperature. About half an hour before. Take them out to the fridge. I don't know how many times I see people they pick up things from the fridge, freezing cold, straight on the pan.
Yeah.
Well, the middle of the steak or the middle of the fish is always going to stay cold, right? Now, that's the cocktail. Now, how am I going to serve this one? Very simple. I got some green beans, which I cooked for 5 minutes in salting boiling water. Then I got a little bit of shallot onion, or you can use onions, or just normal onions, and breadcrumb. You fry the onions with the breadcrumb, then you drain the beans, put everything together just the way I done, and the last thing that you have to do at the end, I got some fresh mint, just...
These beans are lovely, aren't they?
They are so good.
They're different,
Never would have thought of doing that.
Because usually when you see green beans, the only thing that we do is to boil them a bit of butter and salt, and the job is done. Spice them up. Onions. We got fresh breadcrumb. We got fresh mint. I'm going to put a squeeze of lemon juice, and I got some beautiful goat cheese, the one that you can crumble. So you can put in there. So mix the goat cheese on top. And once you've done that, you just mix everything together and you serve it with the cod. Simple as that. As I said, if you don't like cod, you can use any fish or you can do with chicken. No problem whatsoever. Now, this is what it looks like after about half an hour. Look, I prepared one so then you can see how the colour discolors the top a little bit, but still nice and white in the middle.
Yeah.
And this, what it looks like once it's cooked.
And how long should you cook it for, Gino?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Dermot, no more than that, 10 minutes. As I always say, and I said it before, better to slightly undercook it than overcook, because once you overcook cod, it's over.
Yeah.
All the flavour goes, the moisture goes, everything goes. So very simply, you go... I like this kind of thing because when you're on a date, the worst thing that you can do is to spend too much time in the kitchen. So before you start the date, you can prepare the marinade, you can marinate the fish, the beans, you can cook them even in the morning, and then at the end, you just put everything together and the job is done.
And when you're on a date as well, you don't want to have a meal and you feel really full up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
get a bit tired.
You want to feel, you want to feel satisfied, but not bloated. You know, not that throughout the date you keep going because you don't want to do that. So this is perfect. This is high in protein as well. So, you know, for any games that you want to play.
Talking of full up, you guys must be really full up.
Ellen, you have put a shift in today. Well done. Poor Ellen's got she had a breakfast and a dinner and a chocolate martini by 11:20.
I do love my food, though.
How is this? Is it good?
Spot on.
Spot on? See how simple I did it? Very, very easy. So
Dan's
everybody can... Sorry?
Dan's the cook, not me.
Dan, you're the cook.
Not as good as
very
you.
nice, very nice.
Perfect husband material.
And then
Gino, you're right. Obviously, it doesn't go with the fish, but this is... Like, when I saw this on paper, I thought I'm going to hate it, but this is actually really lovely.
No, you actually told me that you hate it. Not only on paper, but just before we started, he came to me and he went, chocolate with a martini. What is that? I said, look, I thought exactly the same when I went in Italy and I saw this recipe. Then I tried and then I thought, that's all right, that could be a dessert.
Yeah.
So instead of wasting time and more time to do dessert and more money, you can do that so you can have a drink and a dessert at the same time.
Exactly.
So clever.
There you go.
So clever. Look, he does everything.
He wasn't born yet. Paisana, you weren't born yesterday, were you?
Minimum effort.
Maximum achievement.
Satisfaction. All right? That's what it is. That's our motto for San Valentino.
Minimum effort, maximum satisfaction.
That's the one.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Gino.
Thanks, Gino.
Guys.
Now, for all the details of today's recipe and more delicious ideas from our This Morning chefs, head over to our free This Morning app.